Come on, man, open up. Look, me and you both know I ain't going home without a new planter box. Here's a few tips so this doesn't happen to you. I have been testing sealants for cedar pickets. I constructed this sample board last year and left it out in the same conditions and elements that your customers' planter boxes will be experiencing. On here are a few visuals of how your planter boxes could turn out. And although I am using cedar pickets, this information holds true for any project you plan to leave outdoors. Whenever a customer asks me about a planter box that I have listed, I tell them this. Hey, insert name here, they are available. I build them locally here in my wood shop. Cedar is outdoor ready and has natural properties to prevent rot, decay, and insects. However, these boxes will lose their reddish-brown color by next year and turn to a rustic gray. To prevent this, I spray the box with a safe for plants protecting spray for an additional $5. And that would be this guy right here. If they are interested in the spray, I attempt to upsell them to this guy. That pricing and script are in the description. And even if you don't offer that service and you don't plan to start, I would still bring up that the cedar boxes will lose their color, as some customers actually like this rustic gray feel. Customers would stop by the house and always ask me about my barn wood planter box, and well, it's just a 3-year-old unprotected cedar picket planter box that I didn't know any better when I first started building them. Here I have 4 samples. The top one is all natural. It's been outside for 2.5 years. It's an original planter box that I disassembled so that I could get this little piece of picket for my sample. It looks exactly like the piece underneath it, which at the start of last season became part of this board as an all-natural board that I just bought from Lowe's. And you can see it doesn't take long for these pickets to lose that reddish-brown original natural color that they have. Third option here, that's a Thompson's water seal. As you can see, it is also turning gray. It has only been outside, again, 7 months, same as number 2. And the final piece, it is an actual deck stain. Valspar is what I had went with. It's holding its color just fine. Option 4 is outside on a wishing well that I repaired using cedar pickets for the roof. Here I use an oil-based wood stain. More about why this is a no-no in a little bit. All protective sealants shield your project from moisture, sunlight, and insects to some degree, preventing premature decay and rot. The sun's rays will fade and degrade cedar and a few other wood species like purple heart. Sealants act as a sunscreen for your project. They help to reduce UV damage and help it retain its original luster. And because cedar contains those oils to fight off everything else, the sun is its biggest enemy. And I should know. There you go. Thompson's water seal is known for its effectiveness in repelling water and protecting wood from moisture. However, its drawbacks include that it needs frequent reapplication due to its wax-based formula, limited UV protection, and potential issues with adhesion if switching to another sealant later on. Some more pros include its easy application. You can use a brush or a sprayer, and it's widely found in almost every store that has any sort of a lawn and garden section. This gallon jug cost me 15 bucks. I don't know how many boxes I'm able to spray with one single jug. I don't keep count of that, but I know that it's more than 3 boxes, so I am turning a profit. I mainly charge the $5 due to inconvenience, because I have to unreel all of my air hose, throw it through the window, and then spray it in my backyard so that everything in the garage doesn't get all oily. Deck stains come in a variety of options: clear, transparent, semi-transparent, and solid. Clear and transparent are good choices for new, bare, and premium wood projects. Transparent adds a minimal pop of sheen just to pull out any wood grain patterns. Semi-transparent is ideal for any projects where the wood is simply weathered but does not have rot or decay. It still lets a little bit of the wood grain show through though. Solid is basically paint that is available in woodish colors. One of the big drawbacks is the price. This gallon right here cost me over $50. And to provide better coverage, I only apply this using a brush. Not many customers choose this method, and I only have that brown cedar color as an option. I use this on the trio set we have in front of our house. But what about Minwax stains? These stains are designed for interior use only. I slathered it on some pickets that I used to repair the roof of this wishing well. It's been outside for 3 years, and it's got some heavy fading. These types of stain do protect the wood from everything we've been talking about. However, they do not have any UV properties, and they will begin to fade quite quickly. You can stain your project to the desired color and then add a protective finish to the top to prevent the fading. It's just an extra step. And with cedar being a very porous wood, it soaks up the stain like a sponge. Not to mention $1 per ounce, it's the same price as the deck stain, designed to be used outdoors. And you just pay for it in smaller bites. For additional means of protection, you can use a 50-50 mix of linseed oil and mineral oil. These also require frequent applications, and although a lot of folks use this method, neither product is designed for the harsh conditions of outside, and linseed oil is susceptible to mold and mildew, especially in humid climates. Marine grade spar varnish provides excellent protection against weather and UV rays. However, most products require several applications at the start. Hopefully this video has been informative. I wanted to share a few different options just to help you guys make your planter box business a thriving success. I do have I forgot the line. This video is quite short because I have 2 of them this week. The other video covers a structural adjustment that I had made to my boxes without the need for additional material. It's the same method I covered in last week's video with the 3 picket planter. However, I'm just going to show you how to do it to all of my boxes so that we can make the adjustment and get rid of the kinda bottoms. All right. I'll keep my workspace neat. For easy cleanup, I put down a sheet. Gloves on my hands and feet.